All right, this one says I'm live. I'm actually using the YouTube app. Oh, geez Louise. I've been trying to use this other Streamlabs, and there's a reason I like it, and that's because of the fact that it does says I'm live, but I don't believe it is. I'm going to force quit this app too. I've had technical difficulties getting this started, so it's been a little bit of pain. Everything was running smooth until I did an update with live streams or Streamlabs. See, now it shows that I'm live. All right, so I'm just going to go put here, ask me a question, and I'll pin this, and we'll get started. So come on, pin it, pin it. Okay. Oh, there you go. Pin message. There you go. All right. So sorry for the delay. This is not what I wanted to have. I could gotten closer with the camera setup, but it is what it is. So I just wanted to get on there. We're gonna do a third floral study. It's only gonna be for an hour, and looks like I was hoping to start at 9:30, but I've been literally going through technical difficulties for the past half hour. So it is what it is. But I hope you guys are doing good tonight. And I know it's a little bit late getting started, but I'm trying to get the chat up so I can see. I have not used the YouTube app, so I'm just trying to see. How do you say? I have not seen everything here. Okay. So 2 minutes of wasted time, but let's go ahead and get started. And of course my microphone is blocking here. Move this up a little bit. So, did you know today, apparently I saw on the internet, the interwebs, that today is the, what's it, the 47th, I believe it's the 47th anniversary of Wish You Were Here album by Pink Floyd. We recently, earlier this year, it was 50 years of Dark Side of the Moon. Coincidentally, tomorrow night, me and my son, we are going to go and see Dark Side of the Moon played from front to back by the Australian Pink Floyd. So really looking forward to this concert. So it ought to be awesome. So once again, I'm looking to paint in an hour on this. So I'm not really looking to spend too much time. And if I finish it earlier, that's fine. I've not been getting the sleep that I need to. I want to be nice and rested for tomorrow night's concert. Nobody wants to be sleeping through that. So yeah. So just trying to do my little sketch here to make sure that everything is where it needs to be, and then we're just gonna start massing in shapes very quickly. So I haven't really done much florals, so I thought, I said, this would be a good one to do. So yeah. So as I said earlier, ask me a question. Feel free to ask me a question. I'll do my best to answer it, and get started there. I don't know if this is gonna ping or not, but yeah. So sorry for the delay and the technical difficulties and false starts. I think I'm just gonna have to say goodbye to Streamlabs app, because it is just not worth it, which is kind of a bummer, because last year it allowed me to do multiple ones, but I just realized, I said, you know what, I just need to focus onto YouTube and then not worry about that. So let's go ahead and start massing in here. Gonna paint by the seat of my pants, so to speak, again on this. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that and seeing Foo Fighters next week, which would be super awesome. And yeah, that's about it. I apparently went to an opening, and if you know anything about me, you know that I hate dressing up. And so what happened is the usual fashion. I got my dates mixed up, and I ended up crashing a formal private pre-opening show to a Nancy Tankersley's opening. I guess it was like a tuxedo affair, and what do? I show up in t-shirt and you know, outdoor pants, and with my daughter in tow, and I guess because I previously judged the event before that, they were kind of didn't know what to do. Like, do we kick them out or do we let them stay? And my daughter's like looking at the hors d'oeuvres, and nobody's eating the hors d'oeuvres yet. There's nobody there yet, and I'm like, what's going on? And then they came up to me, and they're like, Mr. Clark, this is a private dinner, private affair thing. It's a private opening, like a pre-opening. They do that for some of these events for high-ticket buyers. And I was like, oh no, I'm not dressed up for this, am I? And they're like, no, you are not. And so they were gracious. They didn't kick me out, but I did get a sneak peek at Nancy's work before anyone else, because apparently I got there right at the beginning, so nobody else had shown up. And it's really great work. If you go get to see it, it's at the D-Art Center in downtown Norfolk. And the official opening is tomorrow, not today. So if you get a chance to go see it, I would highly recommend to see it. It's great. She's a phenomenal artist, and definitely I've been following her work since I started doing plein air, and she's been doing it a long time, and you know, it's one of the greats. So go see Nancy Tankersley work. She's also doing a artist talk on Saturday here in Norfolk, and she's doing it as well. And so yeah, I would highly recommend that. Go see her work. And but yeah, she will be there at the opening tomorrow, so I didn't even get to see her, but I did get to see the work before everybody else did. I was there first, so yeah, I got to beat out the high ticket people, but that's okay. They were generous enough to let me stay just long enough to go around and take a look at the work and make an exit stage left before anybody knew I was there, or any of the suits and dressed up people showed up. So that was fun. All right, so let's begin painting. I got about 45 minutes left, so let's start painting by the seat of my pants. And I'm going to try and be really loose today. I'm going to give myself permission to really try to build and destroy this. And so I'm just going to lay in here, and I'm not going to be a careful painter today. That's not going to happen. No careful painting. It's going to be legit, fly by the seat of my pants, which makes painting fun. Okay. I want to get a different brush and I don't know which one to get yet. I'm really burning through my brushes a lot. Let's try, maybe I should try this one just a little bit. And eventually I want to get to do these where I have would like to get to do these with the Gamblin solvent free fluid. So if you haven't seen this, I'll try to use that next time. Right now I am not, just because it's a little bit different, and I don't think I think what I need to do is do what my friend Stephen Walker's doing: poke a hole so I can just drip a little bit and quickly do it. I don't have that set up, and so if I put stuff in there, I got to be careful not to gob it out onto the palette. So let's see. So look for, I'm gonna try and make this. Oh, and I gotta put red down too. So let's get some red in there. Yes. Whoa. Yeah, we are flying by the seat of the pants. That's gonna mess up my timeline severely. Sorry about that, folks. I gotta finish editing my time lapse too for the last night's paintings. I try to make time lapse for them, and they seem like they're somewhat popular. So we'll try to do that, because I know not everybody wants to sit through there and listen to me babble. I just like, shut up, Doug. We just want to get quick and see the painting. So I understand that too. Let's get some real thick paint on here and try and make a really wonderful mess. I think yesterday's painting was pretty good. I do think one of the things I set out to do, we're going to get thick with the paint today. We are really going to go in there and get thick with the paint. We are not going to be chickens with the paint. There's just a tad orange in there. Yeah. There's a little bit of orange in this thing too, which is kind of cool. Maybe a little bit too much orange there, but that's all right. We'll just try to see. So if you're watching this live, just let you know I did put up my 2 floral paintings up, and they're priced very competitively, like stupid cheap. But I did that because I don't paint a lot of flowers. I'm just started painting flowers too. I just wanted to basically kind of raise awareness that, hey, I'm selling my work online. I don't want to be doing more painting, and so I kind of wanted that to kind of like pique interest and help promote the painting. So it's a little darker up here, a little bit more pink. So yeah. Let's go and put that in here. Yeah, so once again, I can see the count is 0, but I kind of like it that way. That means that I'm free to not have to ask questions. If you do want to ask a question, that's great, but I will leave the live one up here. But I'm also going to do the time lapse because I think that's good to have for those people who are impatient. So I was doing a demo for my kids today in class, and I really started to train wreck a portrait, and it was funny because I was like trying to show them my TV feature right after, and I felt bad. I was like, see, even I have bad days, and I was massacring the portrait. I wasn't, and things are just not coming together. I said, see, look, I can't even hit home runs some of the time. So I hope it made him feel better about not being too self conscious and just doing the work, and that knowing that you, even the best artists have bad days. I've seen some sergeants where, yes, they were technically proficient and better than most artists out there, but compared to the rest of his work, you're like, yeah, that one's not so great. Not so great compared to his others. But compared to others, though, he's still, head and shoulders above so many of us. All right, so we're just trying to add a little coolness here. Trying to work on that cool. I need a little bit more light there. So trying to get that feel for the cool. Now, too cool, too light. Let's try that again. There, that's a little bit better. And then I'm going to have to pop some white in here to get this to push-pull. So yeah, I want to start out thick this time and try to really go for that impasto look. So we're going to be burning through some white. Yeah, the white paint is going to be, I got to mix it in just a little bit. That white's going to get used heavily. And then there's a little bit right there. So we're going to get in there and try and get in some values of push-pull. It's got to go white up here. So if you're just joining me, I'm doing a floral painting. This is my third one. The other two are available on my site, dirt cheap, like ridiculous dirt cheap compared to the prices of my other paintings. And so these florals are just kind of like a promotional kind of awareness, like, hey, if you haven't know about my paintings and whatnot. And if you know me, you know I really don't paint flowers, so this is something a little new to me, but that's what I like, as a challenge. So let's see how we're doing here. All right, I need to get the highlights, but I don't have enough to get that, so let's, all right, I'm gonna try to get that, and then I need to go darker in here. Let's go back to the previous brush and see if I can get that in there. Get a little bit darker. More red. Let's try to see if we can get that. Yeah, there we go. A little bit deeper red. So there we go. So yeah, so just joining us, we've been talking about tonight is the, was it the 47th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon. I can't believe it's the 47th. I think I almost want to feel like it's the 48th, because the 50th of the 50th Dark Side of the Moon just happened, and so Wish You Were Here, I believe, came out in 75, so that means it was going to be 2 years later, so maybe it's the 48th anniversary. Sometimes you can't believe everything you see on the web, but my understanding was that today was the day that it was released. And coincidentally, me and my son are going to go see the Australian Pink Floyd, and they're going to perform Dark Side of the Moon from beginning to end, and I am super stoked to get a chance. I heard it's a great live show, and they have great lights, and I've seen some YouTube videos of it, so I'm looking forward to that. So do that, and I'm going to try and get some values in here that get that warm push-pull there. Throwing a little bit of orange in here. I don't know what kind of roses these are, or if it's not a rose. I think it's a carnation, I'm guessing. I don't know my flowers either, so I haven't painted much of them, and I don't know much about what is what, so. Okay. I think I want to get a little bit more contrast in there. But it needs to be more red. See if I can get a darker red in there. Yeah, maybe that's it. We'll see. I'm going to leave that as is, and then we'll go back to it. Just because I'm going to go focus on the other stuff here. Let's go back and we'll see about putting in some greens. And I thought I had a good, I think my brush is getting frayed here. It's obviously seen better times here, as you can see. But let's go ahead and get some greens in here. See if that helps. Now that's probably going to mess things up. All right, let's see here. A little bit warmer, a little bit more greener too. So there we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, this brush is, it's not for this world much longer. All right, let's see if we can get this here. All right, so where are we at now? Okay, so not too bad. We're at 1026. So I feel confident. This one's not going to be as detailed as the other ones. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I did get this done in under an hour because, like I said, I got a concert tomorrow and I do not want to be too tired to enjoy the concert tomorrow. So. That's looking pretty fun. I'm enjoying that. All right, let's go ahead and see what we can do down here. Need to probably get to a warmer green. Let's put a little bit of warmer green in here. I want to fix my setup if I'm going to be using the YouTube app, because with the other camera I could get a little bit closer and the YouTube app doesn't let me use my telephoto lens, so that's kind of why I was messing around with this so as long. Get it warmer and fade it out. Alright, let's see what we could do here. Try and say, oh, okay, there's a little bit of light under there. Yeah, that's looking good. And then we're just gonna mix down here. I'll just create some chaos, organized chaos, if you will, and we'll figure it out. So one of my objective is to, make sure that when I paint these that I'm not spelling everything out and trying to give a place for imagination on these. So that also means that I'm diverting from what actually is in the photo. I'm using the photo that I took and kind of going away from it. So you kind of get some good value contrast. I want to get darker there if I can get, but not too dark, but just enough to really push that. I may need to put a little bit of alizarin crimson. I'll see if we can. This might be too much, but no, I think that's doing it what I want. And get the edge there. So I will check to see if there's any questions in a moment here. Okay, the rest are not. Those are less important. So we're gonna, this area here is less important. So I'm gonna put that out, and we're just gonna zip, put a little bit of white, fade it out. Then I think what I'll do is we'll go back to making that mushy mush. And I'm gonna need more white though. So one thing I found when doing these quick paintings is that, man, I really burn through a ton of white. So I'm burning through a ton of white. So let's see if this helps. Yeah, we're gonna destroy a little bit of this. Yeah. I'm going to do something else too with this. I'm going to try and destroy this like this and see. That's how I said I was definitely going to try and be loose today, not be a chicken, not be stingy with the paint. I've got to go out there and how to really make things work. So if anything, I want these paintings to have a little bit of energy in them. So, that's easier said than done. But yeah, that is my goal, is to not be a chicken with the paint and not be stingy with the paint either. So I'm going to put some stuff over here too. All right. There we go. It's looking fun. Just trying to have some fun with this. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm slapping paint around and trying to make this all work. All right, let's get a little bit over here and here. So I'm going to check to see if anybody's asked a question. No, nobody's asked a question. You're like, shut up, Doug, and paint. Don't bother with any silly questions. That's for later. Or never. Never. I have seen some really great painters, and they don't even have the sound on. They're just like, it's all muted out. So this is coming out fun. I'm enjoying this, and hey, it's only 10:33, so I feel a little bit more justified. Oh, it's moving. This is going to be a tough time lapse to put together. I should have wrenched this in a little bit more, but so that's enough palette knife painting, I think, for a little bit. Let's get back to the actual brushy brush stuff. Sound like a plan? Yeah, that's what I think. I'm going to go a little thinner here. And I want to get darker back here. I want to push that back. And I've been just thinking out loud. There's another great artist. If you have not followed him, you absolutely should. His name is Vitaly Makarov, and he paints the living bejesus out of flowers. His florals are so inspiring to me. I'm not trying, not that I can get to be at his level. I mean, he's just a phenom. From Ukraine, he's from Ukraine, and good God Almighty, he is just so good at florals. I mean, everything he does is just so good. So Vitaly Makarov, gotta follow him. Must follow him. He is amazing. So check him out for flowers. If you dig flowers, Vitaly Makarov is the guy. Well, one of the guys. I mean, there's a lot of people who do that, but he is one of my favorites. I mean, he just pops up a table. He's got a little garden, and he just starts slapping paint. And oh my goodness, he is fantastic. Just really unbelievable, folks. And so, yeah, if you get a chance, check out Vitaly Makarov, especially his florals. I wish I had one in my collection. I have a few artists. There's so many artists that I wish I could afford. Occasionally, I will trade, but I'm too chicken to ask. So, but I will say that there are a few artists that do have my work that I'm really happy that, especially artists that I admire, that and they've reached out and gotten pieces of mine and just blown away. So, yeah. This is really coming along fast. I just wanted to keep this one simple. But man, this is coming along. I'm really happy with it so far. It's coming good. I do need to work on this a little more, so but yeah, I think this will be a quick one tonight for sure. Where am I looking? Try to get that fragileness of the flowers with thick paint. that is hard for me. Man, it's just so good what they do. So good. Just amazing what they do. I need a little bit. I think we're going to have to go with the palette knife on this. Try to pick out something. Yeah, just a little bit of definition. Not too much. Not too much. Yeah. So once again, my goal is to be thick and loose with the paint tonight. Not be stingy. Don't be selfish with the paint. Really make it, loose and fun. So yeah. I'm going to go in and try and do a little bit of the highlight on the inside. I knew this was going to be the hard part. I knew it. I was just like, there. Well, that's not too bad. Not too bad. I'm gonna step back for a second, take a look. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too bad. So we're just gonna I need to make some minor changes here, nothing. And then address this two up here. Try to shape those, but let's see if I can. There. All right, let's see here. And there's actually one over there too, so let's do that. So like I said, my goal is to try and do less with more on this. Yeah, so less with more. Thicker brush strokes and just a little bit warmer if I can. Put a little bit of tip on here. And then I just gotta fix some white spots. So, once again, trying to stick to my, don't spell everything out, but you know, try to get things to work. Yeah, that's too much. I gotta destroy. Maybe a little bit darker in here and there. That looks nice. See if we can do a few of those strokes. This needs something over here, just some patches of, I'm not sure what, but let's try to create some texture at least to maybe, yeah, I don't know, maybe a little bit of green. I don't want to overdo it, but let's see here. Yeah, just a little something. Yeah, there you go. I like that. That's just enough. So I want to go back and try and get a little bit of white in here to extend that further out a little bit. Yeah, just That was probably a little bit too white, but I can fix that. Yeah, just some random textures here to kind of make things exciting. Okay. I think this part here needs just a little bit of highlight. And yeah, we're going to be done ahead of time. I like that. Get off work early. That's it. Yep. Let's see if I can get off work a little bit early, especially with all the technical difficulties that was just plaguing me earlier. So the YouTube app worked like a charm. It's just you really need to. It would be great if they could just get that telephoto in, so I don't have the camera blocking my light. I'm gonna step back. I don't know if that's gonna be good or bad. That's bad. That is bad. Bad, bad, bad. All right, there we go. Okay. Maybe just a little bit. You know what? I need a palette knife for that. That should be a palette knife. Yeah. There you go. And I don't want anything on that. And there is good. Maybe just a smudge. Oh. Take a look at my reference photo real quick. Yeah. Yeah. No, there's nothing really there. I could put something here, but I think it's going to look a little forced. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it looked forced. So let's leave it as it should be. Okay. Let me see how this looks. Yeah. I think I want to put a brayer on that, to be honest with you. I almost really do. I'm going to slap a brayer on there and just, because these are competing for each other. Oops, stepped on the camera. Not a good idea. This one's going to be a hot mess. You've got to go, my friend. Yep. And I thought I was going to get off work early. Yeah. No. Yeah, but that I think that did the trick. You know, I just got to build it up just a bit. You know. And just get a little bit of dark. Put that red back in there. It was that white, that thick white pasta white. It just wasn't working. I should have just stressed the pasta white here. You know, that's really what I should have done. Just, you know. Yeah. I'm more happy with that. So, all right. Let's go ahead and sign this thing and be done. Be done. A little bit early. It says I'm only in 45 minutes of painting. That's what it says, but we all know that I spent way more time dealing with this, and it looks like the YouTube app crashed on me. So I don't know if anybody was asking me a question, but this looks like it's still streaming. Let's check here. Well, and coincidentally, I finished just in time for the end of Dark Side of the Moon. So, even better. Perfectly timed. This is going to be a pain in the booty butt sign. Let's try it though. Alright, yep. Just a little bit more. I want to see if I can pocket that U. Come on. I mean, he's go the other way. Oops, hit the mic. See if I can get that U, or at least fake it as much as I can. There. All right. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm glad you had fun. I had fun. And I get to go home early. I'll upload this up to the interwebs, the time lapse, as soon as I get a chance. I can't even figure out how to stop this thing. I've never used this app. I don't see a stop button. My poor eyes. Oh, there it is. It's the X. Can I hit the X? Yes, I want to stop streaming. All right, folks, have a great night, and I will see you in another night. We'll be not posting tonight, tomorrow night live because they got the Pink Floyd, Australian Pink Floyd concert. But I will see you soon. Thanks for checking in. Adios.